The Late Bronze Age collapse between 1200 and 1150 BC was a Dark Age transition period in the Near East Aegean region, North Africa, Caucasus, Balkans and the Eastern Mediterranean from the Late Bronze Age to the Early Iron Age, a transition historians believe was violent, sudden and culturally disruptive. The palace economy of the Aegean region and Anatolia that characterised the Late Bronze Age disintegrated, transforming into the small isolated village cultures of the Greek Dark Ages. Within a period of 40 to 50 years, at the end of the 13th and the beginning of the 12th century, almost every significant city in the Eastern Mediterranean world was destroyed, many of them never to be occupied again. The Habiru are variously described as nomadic or semi-nomadic rebels, outlaws, raiders, mercenaries and bowmen, servants, slaves, migrant labourers, etc. Some scholars identify them with the early Hebrews. It is quite logical that Shasu or Kasku were Turkic Mongolian nomads, while the Habiru or Apiru were the Hebrew who were originally from Europe. The Great Bronze Age collapse between 1200 and 1150 BC brought these two nomadic groups into alliance against the different indigenous empires of the region. This culminated in the Achaemenic Empire in this Shasu taking over the Habiru. This decisive change created the early Jews, who displaced the Hebrew Israelites together with the Canaanite Remanites. The 382 Amarna letters represent one of the greatest archaeological proofs that the history of the Bible and the conquest under Joshua of the Promised Land is true. The Habiru, also spelled Apiru, are the Hebrews under the command of Joshua, who are attacking the ones who are writing the Amarna Tablets. The timing of the Amarna Tablets happened when these three kings were alive. These are the Egyptian depictions of the Habiru.
Rapada says to his lord, King of all countries, great king, may the Lady of Gubla grant power to the king, my lord. I fall at the feet of my lord, my son, 7 times and 7 times. May the king, my lord, know that Gubla, the loyal maidservant of the king, is safe and sound. The war, however, of the Apiru forces against me is extremely severe, and so may the king, my lord, not neglect summer lest everyone be joined to the Apiru forces. Through the king's commissioner who is in summer, Gubla is alive. Bahanata, the commissioner of the king who is in summer, knows the straits, Manas that Gubla is in. It is from the land of Yaramuta that we have acquired provisions. The war against us is extremely severe, and so may the king not neglect his cities. Rapada says to the king of all countries, great king, king of battle, may the Lady of Gubla grant power to the king, my lord. I fall at the feet of my lord, my son, 7 times and 7 times. May the king, my lord, know that the war of Abdiasertu against me is severe. He wants to take for himself the 2 cities that have remained to me. Moreover, what is Abdiasertu, the dog, that he strives to take all the cities of the king, the son? For himself is he the king of Mitana, or the king of Kasut, that he strives to take the land of the king for himself? He has just gathered together all the Apiru against Sigatu and Anpi, and he himself has taken these 2 cities. I said, there is no place where men can enter against him. He has ceased, so send me a garrison of 400 men and X pairs of horses with all speed. It is thus that I keep writing to the palace, but you do not reply to me. For years archers would come out to inspect the country, and yet now that the land of the king and summer, your garrison city, have been joined to the Apiru, you have done nothing. Send a large force of archers that it may drive out the king's enemies and all lands be joined to the king. Moreover, you are a great lord. You must not neglect this message. To hire, the vizier, message of Rippada. I fall at your feet. May Aman, the god of the king, your lord, establish to your honor in the presence of the king, your lord. You are a wise man, the king knows this, and because of your wisdom he sent you as commissioner. Why have you been negligent, not speaking to the king so he will send archers to take Summer? What is Abdiaserta, servant and dog, that he takes the land of the king for himself? What is his auxiliary force that it is strong? Through the Apira his auxiliary force is strong. So send me 50 pairs of horses and 200 infantry that I may resist him in Sigatu until the coming forth of the archers. Let him not gather together all the Apiru so he can take Sigatu and Anpi, and seize. What shall I be able to do? There will be no place where men can enter against him. To Amanapa, my father, message of Rippada, your son. I fall at the feet of my father. May the Lady of Gubla establish your honor in the presence of the king, your lord. Why have you been negligent, not speaking to the king, your lord, so that you may come out together with archers and fall upon the land of Amaru? If they hear of archers coming out, they will abandon their cities and desert. Do not you yourself know that the land of Amaru follows the stronger party? Look, they are not now being friendly to Abdiaserta. What will he do to them? And so they are longing day and night for the coming out of the archers, and they say, let us join them. All the mayors long for this to be done to Abdiaserta. Since he sent a message to the men of Amur, kill your lord and join the Apiru. Accordingly, the mayors say, he will do the same thing to us, and all the lands will be joined to the Apiru. Report this matter in the presence of the king, your lord, for you are father and lord to me, and to you I have turned. You know my conduct when you were in Summer, I'm your loyal servant. So speak to the king, your lord, that an auxiliary force be sent to me with all speed. Rippada says to his lord, king of all countries, great king, king of battle: 2 May the Lady of Gubla grant power to the king, my lord. I fall at the feet of my lord, my son, 7 times and 7 times. May the king, the lord, know that Gubla, the loyal maidservant of the king since the days of his ancestors, is safe and sound. The king, however, has now withdrawn his support of his loyal city. May the king inspect the tablets of his father's house for the time when the ruler in Gubla was not a loyal servant. Do not be negligent of your servant. Behold, the war of the Apiru against me is severe, and, as the gods of your land are alive, our sons and daughters as well as we ourselves are gone, since they have been sold in the land of Yaramuta for provisions to keep us alive. For lack of a cultivator, my field is like a woman without a husband. All my villages that are in the mountains, Ha'ara along the sea, have been joined to the Apiru. Left to me are Gubla and 2 towns. After taking Sigata for himself, Abdiaserta said to the men of Amur, kill your leader and then you will be like us and at peace. They were won over, following his message, and they are like Apiru. So now Abdiaserta has written to the troops, assemble in the temple of Ninatacomaten and then let us fall upon Gubla. Look, there is no one that will save it from us. Then let us drive out the mayors from the country, that the entire country be joined to the Apiru. To the entire country. Then will our sons and daughters be at peace forever. Should even so the king come out, the entire country will be against him, and what will he do to us? Accordingly, they have made an alliance among themselves, and, accordingly, I am very, very afraid, since in fact there is no one who will save me from them. Like a bird in a trap, Kilubai cage, so am I in Gubla. Why have you neglected your country? I have written like this to the palace, but you do not heed my words. Look, Amanapa is with you. Ask him. He is the one that knows and has experienced the straits I am in. May the king heed the words of his servant. May he grant provisions for his servant and keep his servant alive, so I may guard his loyal city, along with our Lady and our gods, for you. May the king visit this land and his servant. May he give thought to his land. Pacify your land. May it seem good in the sight of the king, my lord. May he send a man of his to stay this time so I may arrive in the presence of the king, my lord. It is good for me to be with you. What can I do by myself? This is what I long for day and night. Ripada writes to his lord, king of all countries, great king, may the lady of Gubla grant power to the king, my lord. I fall at the feet of my lord, my son, 7 times and 7 times. As to the king, my lords, writing me. Guard yourself, what is to guard me? Consider that with my ancestors there was a garrison of the king, and provisions from the king were at their disposal, but in my case, there are no provisions or garrison of the king for me. And as the war against me is very severe, the sons of Abdiaserta have said to the Habiru and the men who have joined them, what is there with Ripada? So give thought to your servant and let me tell my lord. I wrote to the king, my lord, send archers. Did they not take in a day the lands for the king, your father? Now, may the king heed the words of his servant and send archers to take the land of the king for the king, that you may give peace in the lands to the king's mayors. Have they not been killed like dogs, and you have done nothing? Moreover, if the king, my lord, loves his servant, then may he fetch his servant to himself. Ripada says to his lord, before the king of all countries, great king, at the feet of my lord, my son, I fall 7 times and 7 times. I have written repeatedly to you. The war is against Ardat, against Turkat, and against, and Amia and Sigarta, loyal cities of the king, but the king, my lord, has done nothing. Moreover, what is he, Abdiasrati, the servant and dog, that he has acted as he pleased in the lands of my lord, and yet the king, my lord, has done nothing for his servant. Moreover, I sent my messenger each time that he took my cities and moved up against me. Now he has taken Batrana, and he has moved up against me. Behold the city he has. The entrance of the gate of Gubla. How long has he not moved from the gate, and so we are unable to go out into the countryside. Moreover, look, he strives to seize Gubla and may the king, my lord, give heed to the words of his servant, and may he hasten with all speed chariots and troops 8 that they may guard the city of the king, my lord, and until the arrival of the king, my lord. For my part, I will not neglect the word of my lord. But if the king, my lord, does not give heed to the words of his servant, then Gubla will be joined to him, and all the lands of the king, as far as Egypt, will be joined to the Habiru. Moreover, should my lord not have word brought to his servant by tablet, with all speed, then the city to him, and I will request a town from him to stay in, and so I will stay Al-Fori. Moreover, may the king, my lord, hasten the troops and chariots that they may guard the city of the king, my lord. Look, Gubla is not like the other cities. Gubla is a loyal city of the king, my lord, from most ancient times. Still, the messenger of the king of Akka is honored more than my messenger, for they furnished him with a horse. May he furnish him my messenger with 2 horses. May he not come out empty-handed. To Amenapa, my father, message of Ripada, your son. I fall at your feet. May Aman, the god of the king, your lord, and the lady of Gubla establish your honor in the presence of the king, your lord. As to your writing me for copper and for sinew, may the lady of Gubla be witness, there is no copper or sinew of copper available to me or to her unjustly treated ones. Milk you overlaid one with, but I gave his sinew to the ruler of Tyre for my provisions. You yourself should know the straits I am in. Why have you been negligent? Who moves against the country? You do not speak to your lord, so he will send you at the head of the archers to drive off the Habiru from the mayors. If this year no archers come out, then all lands will be joined to the Habiru. If the king, my lord, is negligent and there are no archers, then let a ship fetch the men of Gubla, your men, and the gods to bring them all the way to you so I can abandon Gubla. Look, I am afraid the peasantry will strike me down. Say to the king, my lord, message of Ripada, your servant. I fall at the feet of my lord, my son, 7 times and 7 times. be informed that the war against me is severe. He has taken all my cities, Gubler alone remains to me. I was in Sigurtu and I wrote to you, give thought to your city lest Abdiaserta take it. But you did not listen to me. Then from Batrana I wrote to you, send men to take the city for you. My words went unheeded, and they were not taken to heart. Now they have taken my cities. Moreover, that Dogi is in Mitana, but his eye is on Gubler. What can I do by myself? You yourself have been negligent of your cities so that the Habiru dog takes them. It is to you that I have turned. Moreover, all the mayors are at peace with Abdiasertal. Our sons, our daughters, the furnishings of the houses are gone, since they have been sold in the land of Yaramuta for provisions to keep us alive. Like a bird in a trap, so am I in Gubler. For lack of a cultivator my field is like a woman without a husband. Moreover, send X men and 30 pairs of horses that I may guard the city for you. And your messengers send, and if you do not send a garrison, then I am afraid for my life. And all messengers that were bound have been released. Do not be negligent. Send archers that they may take the land of Amaru. Day and night everyone awaits the coming forth of the archers. I have been plundered of my grain, and it is to you that I have turned. Say to the king, my lord, message of Ribhada, your servant. I fall at the feet of my lord 7 times and 7 times. May the Lady of Gubler grant power to the king, my lord. I keep writing like this to the palace. The war against me, and so may the king give a garrison to his servant. Moreover, I have litigation. Send the commissioner, let him hear my case, and give me my due, or, on the other hand, let the king take from the mayors anything of mine for himself. Moreover, the war against me is severe, and so there are no provisions for the peasantry. Look, they have gone off to the sons of Abdiaserta, to Sidon and Beirut. As the sons of Abdiaserta are hostile to the king, and Sidon and Beirut do not belong any longer to the king, send the commissioner to take them. Lest I abandon the city and go off to you. Look, if the peasantry goes off, the Habiru will seize the city. Seeing that my only purpose is to serve the king in accordance with the practice of my ancestors, may the king send archers and pacify them. As for the mayors, since the cities are theirs and they are at peace, they do not keep writing to the king. It is against me and against Yanhama that there is war. Look, previously the commissioner at summer would decide between us, but now no mayor listens to him. The king has no servant like Yanhama, a loyal servant. Say to Amanapa, my father, message of Ribhada, your son. I fall at the feet of my father. I have said to you again and again, are you unable to rescue me from Abdiaserta? All the Habiru are on his side, and as soon as the mayors hear anything, they write to him. Accordingly, he is strong. You ordered me again and again, send your man to me at the palace, and as soon as the request arrives, I will send him along with an auxiliary force, until the archers come out, to protect your life. But I told you, I am unable to send him. Let not Abdiaserta hear about it, or he would rescue me from him. You said to me, do not fear. You ordered me again and again, send a ship to the land of Yaramuta so silver and clothing can get out to you from them. All the men whom you gave me have run off. The legal violence done to me is your responsibility, if you neglect me. Now I have obeyed. Is it not a fact that I sent my man to the palace, and he gave orders to a man and he attacked me with a bronze dagger? I was stabbed 9 times. He is strong through this crime, and from another crime what could rescue me? If within 2 months there are no archers, then I will abandon the city, go off, and my life will be safe while I do what I want to do. Moreover, do not you yourself know that the land of Amaru longs day and night for the archers? Has it not been distressed? Have they not been angry? So tell the king, come with all haste. Moreover, why is the war against the king? Is it not higher? Now, the ships of the army are not to enter the land of Amaru, for they have killed Abdiaserta, since they had no wool and he had no garments of lapis lazuli or mast tone color, to give as tribute to the land of Mitana. Moreover, whose ships have attacked me? Is it not the men of Arwada? Indeed, they are now with you. Seize the ships of the men of Arwada that are with you in Egypt. Moreover, though Haya says, if we do not give it to the land of Amaru, then the men of Tyre and the men of Sidon and the men of Beirut will furnish it. To whom do these cities belong? Is it not to the king? Put a man in each city and let him not allow a ship from the land of Amaru to enter, for they have killed Abdiaserta. It was the king that placed him over them, not they. Let the king tell the 3 cities and the ships of the army not to go to the land of Amaru. If a servant sees a boat, let him give it to you. Be informed of the affairs of your loyal servant. Say to the king, my lord, my God, my son, the breath of my life, thus Zimredi, the mayor of Sidon. I fall at the feet of my Lord, God, Son, breath of my life, at the feet of my Lord, my God, my Son, the breath of my life 7 times and 7 times. May the king, my Lord, know that Sidon, the maidservant of the king, my Lord, which he put in my charge, is safe and sound. And when I heard the words of the king, my Lord, when he wrote to his servant, then my heart rejoiced, and my head went high, and my eyes shone, at hearing the words of the king, my Lord. May the king know that I have made preparations before the arrival of the archers of the king, my Lord. I have prepared everything in accordance with the command of the king, my Lord. May the king, my Lord, know that the war against me is very severe. All the cities that the king put in my charge have been joined to the Habiru. May the king put me in the charge of a man that will lead the archers of the king to call to account the cities that have been joined to the Habiru, so you can restore them to my charge, that I may be able to serve the king, my lord, as our ancestors did before. To the king, my lord, my God, my son, message of Abimilku, your servant. I fall at the feet of the king, my lord, 7 times and 7 times. I am the dirt under the sandals of the king, my lord. My lord is the sun who comes forth over all lands day by day, according to the way of being of the sun, his gracious father, who gives life by his sweet breath and returns with his north wind, who establishes the entire land in peace, by the power of his arm, Hapsi, who gives forth his cry in the sky like Baal, and all the land is frightened at his cry. The servant herewith writes to his lord that he heard the gracious messenger of the king who came to his servant, and the sweet breath that came forth from the mouth of the king, my lord, to his servant. His breath came back before the arrival of the messenger of the king, my lord. Breath had not come back, my nose was blocked. Now that the breath of the king has come forth to me, I am very happy, and Aru he is satisfied, day by day. Because I am happy, does the earth not prosper? When I heard the gracious messenger from my lord, all the land was in fear of my lord, when I heard the sweet breath and the gracious messenger who came to me. When the king, my lord, said, Kuna, prepare before the arrival of a large army, then the servant said to his lord, yes, yes, yes. On my front and on Surya my back I carry the word of the king, my lord. Whoever gives heed to the king, his lord, and serves him in his place, the sun comes forth over him, and the sweet breath comes back from the mouth of his lord. If he does not heed the word of the king, his lord, his city is destroyed, his house is destroyed, never again does his name exist in all the land. But look at the servant who gives heed to his lord. His city prospers, his house prospers, his name exists forever. You are the sun who comes forth over me, and a brazen wall set up for him, and because of the powerful arm, I am at rest, I am confident. I indeed said to the sun, the father of the king, my lord, when shall I see the face of the king, my lord? I am indeed guarding Tyre, the principal city, for the king, my lord, until the powerful arm of the king comes forth over me, to give me water to drink and wood to warm myself. Moreover, Zimreda, the king of Sidon, writes daily to the rebel Aziru, the son of Abdiasratu, about every word he has heard from Egypt. I herewith write to my lord, and it is good that he knows. To the king, my lord, my God, my son, message of Abimilku, your servant. I fall at the feet of the king, my lord, 7 times and 7 times. The king, my lord, has written for glass. I give to the king, my lord, what I have on hand, 100 units in weight. May the king, my lord, give his attention to his servant and give use to his servant so he can drink a jug, water. May the king, my lord, give 10 palace attendants to guard his city in order that I may enter and see the face of the king, my lord. My presence will be as pleasing to the king, my lord, as when the king, my lord, charged me with the guarding of his city. I write to the king, my lord, because every day the king of Sidon has captured a palace attendant of mine. May the king give attention to his servant, and may he charge his commissioner to give use to his servant for water, for fetching wood, for straw, for clay. Since he has acted hostilely, has he not violated the oath? There is not another palace attendant. The one who raids the land of the king is the king of Sidon. The king of Habiru has abandoned his house and has aligned himself with the Habiru. May the king be concerned about the palace attendants. These are treacherous fellows. He has taken over the land of the king for the Habiru. May the king ask his commissioner, who is familiar with Canaan. To the king, my lord, message of Amarna, your servant. I fall at the feet of my lord, my son, 7 times plus 7. My lord, I am your servant, but the wicked Pleiadian has gone on defaming me in your sight, my lord, and when he was defaming me in your sight, then he took my entire paternal estate along with the land of Kidsu, and sent my cities up in flames. But, I assure you, the commissioners of the king, my lord, and his magnates know my loyalty, since I said to the magnate Pleiadian, may the magnate Pleiadian know that. To the king, my lord, my son, my God, message of Yahweh, your servant. I fall at the feet of the king, my lord, my son, my God, 7 times and 7 times, on the stomach and on the back. Should Amarna not be here within this year, all the lands are lost to the Habiru. So give life to your lands. Say to the king, my lord and my son and my God, message of Pleiadian, the loyal servant of the king. I fall at the feet of the king, my lord and my son and my God, 7 times and 7 times. I have obeyed the orders of the king, my lord and my son, and I am indeed guarding Majida, the city of the king, my lord, day and night. By day I guard it from the fields with chariots, and by night on the walls of the king, my lord. And as the warring of the Habiru in the land is severe, may the king, my lord, take cognizance of his land. Say to the king, my lord and my son, message of Pleiadian, your loyal servant. I fall at the feet of the king, my lord and my son, 7 times and 7 times. I have heard the message of the king, and indeed you are. May the king, my lord, know. The 2 sons of Habiru have indeed given their money to the Habiru and to the Sidonians in order to wage war against me. May the king take cognizance of his servant. To the king, my lord and my son, thus Habiru, your servant and the dirt on which you tread. I fall at the feet of the king, my lord and my son, 7 times and 7 times. I have obeyed the orders that the king wrote to me. Who am I that the king should lose his land on account of me? The fact is that I am a loyal servant of the king. I am not a rebel and I am not delinquent in duty. I have not held back my payments of tribute, I have not held back anything requested by my commissioner. He denounces me unjustly, but the king, my lord, does not examine my alleged act of rebellion. Moreover, my act of rebellion is this: when I entered Gazru, I kept on saying, everything of mine the king takes, but where is what belongs to Milkalu? I know the actions of Milkalu against me. Moreover, the king wrote for my son. I did not know that my son was consorting with the Habiru. I herewith hand him over to Adipa. Moreover, how, if the king wrote for my wife, how could I hold her back? How, if the king wrote to me, put a bronze dagger into your heart and die, how could I not execute the order of the king? Say to the king, my lord and my son, message of Pleiadian, the loyal servant of the king. I fall at the feet of the king, my lord and my son, 7 times and 7 times. May the king, my lord, know that since the return to Egypt of the archers, Labayu has waged war against me. We are thus unable to do the plucking, harvesting, and we are unable to go out of the city gate, because of Labayu. When he learned archers were not coming out, he immediately determined to take Majida. May the king save his city lest Labayu seize it. Look, the city is consumed by pestilence, so may the king give a garrison of 100 men to guard his city lest Labayu seize it. Look, Labayu has no other purpose. He seeks simply the seizure of Majida. To the king, my lord, my god, the sun from the sky, message of Yapo, the ruler of Gazru, your servant, the dirt at your feet, the groom of your horses. Truly I fall at the feet of the king, my lord, my god, my son, the sun from the sky, 7 times and 7 times, on the stomach and on the back. I have listened to the words of the messenger of the king, my lord, very carefully. May the king, my lord, the sun from the sky, take thought for his land. Since the Apiru are stronger than we, may the king, my lord, give me his help, and may the king, my lord, get me away from the Apiru lest the Apiru destroy us. To the king, my lord, my god, my son, the sun from the sky, message of Yapo, the ruler of Gazru, your servant, the dirt at your feet, the groom of your horses. I prostrate myself at the feet of the king, my lord, the sun from the sky, 7 times and 7 times, both on the stomach and on the back. Whatsoever the king, my lord, has said to me, I have listened to very carefully. I am a servant of the king and the dirt at your feet. May the king, my lord, be informed that my younger brother, having become my enemy, entered Mazu and pledged himself to the Apiru. As Dana is at war with me, take thought for your land. May my lord write to his commissioner with regard to this deed. Say to the king, my lord, my god, my son, message of Milkalu, your servant, the dirt at your feet. I fall at the feet of the king, my lord, 7 times and 7 times. May the king, my lord, know that the war against me and against Suadata is severe. So may the king, my lord, save his land from the power of the Apiru. Otherwise, may the king, my lord, send chariots to fetch us lest our servants kill us. Moreover, may the king, my lord, ask Yanhamu, his servant, about what is being done in his land. To the king, my lord, message of Suadata, your servant. I fall at the feet of the king, my lord. I fall 7 times and 7 times more, both on the stomach and on the back. Be informed, O king, my lord, that all the lands of the king, my lord, have been taken away. I am all alone. As Ramanu, who inspected the lands of the king, my lord, has departed, there is no one for the king. May the king, my lord, take me. I wrote to the king, my lord, he knows. May the king, my lord, send still. May the king, my lord, send forth his powerful hand. Say to the king, my lord, my son, my god, message of Suadata, your servant, the servant of the king and the dirt at your feet, the ground you tread on. I prostrate myself at the feet of the king, my lord, the sun from the sky, 7 times and 7 times, both on the stomach and on the back. May the king, my lord, be informed that the Apiru that rose up against the lands, the god of the king, my lord, gave to me, and I smote him. And may the king, my lord, be informed that all my brothers have abandoned me. Only Abdi Haber and I have been at war with the Apiru. Zurata, the ruler of Akka, and Indaruta, the ruler of Aksapa, these two also have come to my aid, have been summoned to help with 50 chariots, and now they are on my side in the war. So may it seem right in the sight of the king, my lord, and may he send Yanhama so that we may all wage war and you restore the land of the king, my lord, to its borders, up as high. Say to the king, my lord, message of Abdi Haber, your servant. I fall at the feet of my lord, the king, 7 times and 7 times. What have I done to the king, my lord? They denounce me, I am slandered before the king, my lord. Abdi-Haber has rebelled against the king, his lord. Seeing that, as far as I am concerned, neither my father nor my mother put me in this place, but the strong arm of the king brought me into my father's house, why should I of all people commit a crime against the king, my lord? As truly as the king, my lord, lives, I say to the commissioner of the king, my lord, why do you love the Habiru but hate the mayors? Accordingly, I am slandered before the king, my lord. Because I say, lost are the lands of the king, my lord, accordingly I am slandered before the king, my lord. May the king, my lord, know that through the king, my lord, stationed a garrison here, in Hama has taken it all away. Now, O king, my lord, there is no garrison, and so may the king provide for his land. May the king provide for his land. All the lands of the king, my lord, have deserted. Ilimilku has caused the loss of all the land of the king, and so may the king, my lord, provide for his land. For my part, I say, I would go into the king, my lord, and visit the king, my lord, but the war against me is severe, and so I am not able to go in to the king, my lord. And may it seem good in the sight of the king, and may he send a garrison so I may go in and visit the king, my lord. In truth, the king, my lord, lives. Whenever the commissioners have come out, I would say to them, lost are the lands of the king, but they did not listen to me. Lost are all the mayors, there is not a mayor remaining to the king, my lord. May the king turn his attention to the archers so that archers of the king, my lord, come forth. The king has no lands. That Habiru has plundered all the lands of the king. If there are archers this year, the lands of the king, my lord, will remain. But if there are no archers, lost are the lands of the king, my lord. To the scribe of the king, my lord, message of Abdi-Haber, your servant. Present eloquent words to the king, my lord. Lost are all the lands of the king, my lord. Say to the king, my lord, message of Abdi-Haber, your servant. I fall at the feet of my lord 7 times and 7 times. Consider the entire affair. Milkalu and Tagi brought troops into Kiltu against me. Consider the deed that they did to your servant. Arrows they brought into Kiltu. May the king know that all the lands are at peace with one another, but I am at war. May the king provide for his land. Consider the lands of Gazru, Azkaluna, and Lakwasi. They have given them food, oil, and any other requirement. So may the king provide for archers and send the archers against men that commit crimes against the king, my lord. If this year there are archers, then the lands and the mayors will belong to the king, my lord. But if there are no archers, then the king will have neither lands nor mayors. Consider Jerusalem. This neither my father nor my mother gave to me. The strong hand, arm of the king gave it to me. Consider the deed. This is the deed of Milkalu and the deed of the sons of Labayu, who have given the land of the king to the Habiru. Consider, O king, my lord. I am in the right. With regard to the Kassites, may the king make inquiry of the commissioners. Though the house is well fortified, they attempted a very serious crime. They took their tools, and I had to seek shelter by a support for the roof. And so if he is going to send troops into Jerusalem, let them come with a garrison for regular service. May the king provide for them. All of the land might be in dire straits on their account. May the king inquire about them. Let there be much food, much oil, much clothing, until Poru, the commissioner of the king, comes up to Jerusalem. Gone is Adihah together with the garrison of soldiers that the king provided. May the king know that Adihah said to me, behold, he has dismissed me. Do not abandon it, and send this year a garrison, and send right here the commissioner of the king. I sent as gifts to the king, my lord, ex-prisoners, 5,000, 17 and 8 porters for the caravans of the king, my lord, but they have been taken in the countryside, Sada Fori of Aiyaluna. May the king, my lord, know that I am unable to send a caravan to the king, my lord. For your information, as the king has placed his name in Jerusalem forever, he cannot abandon it, the land of Jerusalem. Say to the scribe of the king, my lord, message of Abdi-Haber, your servant. I fall at your feet. I am your servant. Present eloquent words to the king, my lord, I am a soldier of the king. I am always yours. And please make the Kassites responsible for the evil deed. I was almost killed by the Kassites in my own house. May the king make an inquiry in their regard. May the king, my lord, provide for them. 7 times and 7 times may the king, my lord, provide for me. To the king, my lord, my God, my son, the sun from the sky, message of Yadir, your servant, the dirt at your feet, the groom of your horses. I indeed prostrate myself, on the back and on the stomach, at the feet of the king, my lord, 7 times and 7 times. I am indeed guarding the place of the king, my lord, and the city of the king, in accordance with the command of the king, my lord, the sun from the sky. As to the king, my lords, having ordered some glass, I herewith send to the king, my lord, 30 pieces of glass. Moreover, who is the dog that would not obey the orders of the king, my lord, the sun from the sky, the son of the sun, whom the sun loves? To the king, my lord, my God, my son, the sun from the sky, message of Zimredi, the ruler of Lachish, your servant, the dirt at your feet. I prostrate myself at the feet of the king, my lord, the sun from the sky, 7 times and 7 times. As to the messenger of the king, my lord, whom he sent to me, I have listened to his orders very carefully, and I am indeed making preparations in accordance with his order. Say to the king, my lord, message of Sipti Balu, your servant, and the dirt at the feet of the king, my lord. I fall at the feet of the king, my lord, my God, my son, 7 times and 7 times, at the feet of the king, my lord. May the king, my lord, know that I have heard all the words of the king, my lord. Moreover, note, too, that Yanhamu is the loyal servant of the king and the dirt at the feet of the king. Moreover, may the king, my lord, know that the city of the king where I am is safe and sound. Say to the magnate, message of Papu, I fall at your feet. May you know that Sipti Balu and Zimreda are acting disloyally together, and Sipti Balu said to Zimreda, the 4 seas of the town of Yarama have written to me. Give me 115 bows, 3 daggers, and 3 swords. Look, I am about to sally forth against the land of the king, and you are in league with me. To be sure, he rejects the charge of disloyalty to the king, saying, the one who is disloyal is Papu, so send him to tend me. I now send Rabilu. He will certainly answer him in this matter. Say to the king, my lord, my son, message of Abdi-Haber, your servant. I fall at the feet of the king, my lord, 7 times and 7 times. Behold, the king, my lord, has placed his name at the rising of the sun and at the setting of the sun. It is, therefore, impious what they have done to me. Behold, I am not a mayor, I am a soldier of the king, my lord. Behold, I am a friend of the king and a tribute-bearer of the king. It was neither my father nor my mother, but the strong arm of the king that placed me in the house of my father. Came to me. I gave over to his charge 10 slaves. Suta, the commissioner of the king, came to me. I gave over to Suta's charge 21 girls, 80 prisoners, as a gift for the king, my lord. May the king give thought to his land. The land of the king is lost. All of it has attacked me. I am at war as far as the land of Saru and as far as Jinti Kermil. All the mayors are at peace, but I am at war. I am treated like an Habiru, and I do not visit the king, my lord, since I am at war. I am situated like a ship in the midst of the sea. The strong hand arm of the king took the land of Naruma and the land of Kazi. But now the Habiru have taken the very cities of the king. Not a single mayor remains to the king, my lord, all are lost. Behold, Tobeza was slain in the city gate of Silu. The king did nothing. Behold, servants who were joined to the Habiru smote Zimrida of Lachish, and Yatihada was slain in the city gate of Silu. The king did nothing. Why has he not called them to account? May the king provide for his land, and may he see to it that archers come out to his land. If there are no archers this year, all the lands of the king, my lord, are lost. They have not reported to the king that the lands of the king, my lord, are lost and all the mayors lost. If there are no archers this year, may the king send a commissioner to fetch me along with my brothers, and then we will die near the king, our lord. To the scribe of the king, my lord, message of Abdi Haber, your servant. I fall at your feet. Present the words that I have offered to the king, my lord. I am your servant and your son. Say to the king, my lord, message of Abdi Haber, your servant. I fall at the feet of my lord, the king, 7 times and 7 times. Milkalu does not break away from the sons of Labayu and from the sons of Arsawa, as they desire the land of the king for themselves. As for a mayor who does such a deed, why does the king not call him to account? Such was the deed that Milkalu and Tagi did, they took Ubatu. And now as for Jerusalem, if this land belongs to the king, why is it not of concern to the king like Hatsatu? Jintakermil belongs to Tagi, and men of Jintu are the garrison in Bitsnu. Are we to act like Labayu when he was giving the land of Sakmu to the Habiru? Milkalu has written to Tagi and the sons of Labayu, be the both of you a protection. Grant all their demands to the men of Kiltu, and let us isolate Jerusalem. Adaiah has taken the garrison that you sent in the charge of Hiah, the son of Mer. He has stationed it in his own house in Hatsatu and has sent 20 men to Egypt. May the king, my lord, know that no garrison of the king is with me. Accordingly, as truly as the king lives, his Urpi official, Pueru, has left me and is in Hatsatu. May the king call this to mind when he arrives. And so may the king send 50 men as a garrison to protect the land. The entire land of the king has deserted. Send Ga in Hama that he may know about the land of the king, my lord. To the scribe of the king, my lord, message of Abdi Haber, your servant. Offer eloquent words to the king. I am always, utterly yours. I am your servant. Say to the king, my lord, message of Abdi Haber, your servant. I fall at the feet of the king, my lord, 7 times and 7 times. Here is the deed against the land that Milkalu and Sardata did, against the land of the king, my lord. They ordered troops from Gazru, troops from Jintu, and troops from Kiltu. They seized Jubatu. The land of the king deserted to the Habiru. And now, besides this, a town belonging to Jerusalem, Bitnin.Hurta by name, a city of the king, has gone over to the side of the men of Kiltu. May the king give heed to Abdi Haber, your servant, and send archers to restore the land of the king to the king. If there are no archers, the land of the king will desert to the Habiru. This deed against the land was at the order of Milkalu and at the order of Sardatu, together with Jinti. So may the king provide for his land,